Hi, my name is Mark Perna, and I'm a generational expert, speaker, and author with a passion for today's younger generations. My mission is to help educators, employers, and economic developers to see the incredible potential of young people and connect more effectively with them. And that's why I created the Career Tree. Today, we're going to talk about not just how you can use the Career Tree to make a powerful difference in your classroom, but also why. And it has a lot to do with the young people you interact with every day. In fact, the Career Tree is the first tool of its kind designed for this unique generation. First off, let's clear the air. The Career Tree is not something you have to add to already packed lesson plans. You don't teach the Career Tree. Instead, you use it to drive deeper relevance and dialogue about what you're already teaching. We'll get into that. But first, we have to understand these young people and why the Career Tree speaks to them. The world has changed. Generation Z, the young people in our homes, classrooms, and places of business today, are the first generation in history that requires, as a non-negotiable, a human connection, or they won't move forward. They have to feel that connection with us, that they're seen, heard, and valued, or we've lost them. I call young people today the Y generation, WHY generation, because frankly, they need an answer to that question for everything they do. When you ask a young person in your sphere of influence to do something and they look back at you and they say, well, why should I do it this way? Most of us take that as a smart aleck response. So we give the all-American response in return, which of course is, because I said so. Well, here's the aha. Most young people don't mean it as a smart aleck response. You know what most young people are really saying to you? They're saying like, hey, why do we do it this way? Because I'm unique, I'm intelligent, I'm resourceful, I know how to use technology. Why do we do it this way? Because there has to be a better way to do this. They want to know why because they want to add their unique stamp to the task at hand. They truly want to understand, and the Career Tree is a fantastic way to start answering their why with a real answer. Another why this generation is asking today is why they need to do school. Why do I have to learn this? Why does this matter to me? The Career Tree proactively addresses these questions with an answer that is actually motivating and meaningful to them. You see, I think differently about the younger generations than most people. You know all the negative stereotypes out there, right? They're lazy, entitled, disorganized, unmotivated, poor communicators. The list goes on. I could add to it. You could add to it. Don't believe it for a minute. I go completely the opposite way. I think today's younger generations are the most extraordinary generations to come down the pike, bar none. I think they are the most intelligent, resourceful, and pit bull-like generations that we have ever seen in this country. Once they see a want to in their life, something they truly want, they will move heaven and earth to get to that want to. Our challenge as parents, educators, and employers is getting them to want something. That's where the battlefield of the future is. Because when they don't want something, they tend to stand still, appear to be lazy, entitled, and unmotivated, all those negative things. And this is where the Career Tree can be such a game changer. It reframes the career conversation from the angle of lifestyle, something that young people actually want. And it does that by showing them a powerful light at the end of their tunnel, right? The light at the end of the tunnel is a simple concept. What does their career and lifestyle look like at the light at the end of their tunnel? The tunnel, well, that's the time they spend with us, right? I mean, it's the work, the labor, the effort, the skill development, the academic rigor. It's everything that is necessary for them to be willing to take a step, which is their ultimate lifestyle goal. Why would anyone do all this unless there was some reason or something viable at the light at the end of their tunnel? Unless there was something that mattered truly to them on the other side. See, we think this way ourselves all the time, right? We all have a light at the end of our tunnels, and the light is different for each person. Lifestyle is what they're motivated by, but too often we spend all our time talking to them about career. Here's the key. Every decision a young person makes is based on how it affects their lifestyle. Career has actually become a lifestyle decision. So if you want to start a substantive conversation with a young person about their career direction, either in your home, classroom, or place of business, don't start with career. Start with lifestyle. This is how the Career Tree does it. Two questions I love to ask the young people in my sphere of influence is, what do you love to do and what do you do well? What do you love to do and what do you do well? Because that will launch you into a myriad of follow-up questions that will plot them out somewhere on this spectrum, right? There are those who want to be on this end of the spectrum who want to be millionaires. They want to live life like a Kardashian, but then there are those on this end of the spectrum who just want 2 hot meals a day. The point is, the career tree opens up these kinds of conversations because it exposes students to the many viable and exciting pathways out there from the perspective of how these careers intersect with the kind of lifestyle they want to live. Because when we can help students discover their perfect intersection of career and lifestyle, that's how we get them to want something. And that's where achievement thrives. As I tell audiences everywhere, when the want to is strong enough, the how to will come.